Hello everybody. So we're walking down the street coming home from Jonathan's show. It's a good show, by the way. It's called Generations by the Soho Repertoire. Any old way. I want to talk tonight about representing your spouse. And a good little thing that happened, actually I want to see these people, is that when we went to the show, or when I came and he introduced me to his castmates, they were like, oh, Jocelyn, you know, Mrs. Kirkland, oh, you teach. They knew so much about me because my husband represented me even when I wasn't around. He told people about me. He made sure that people knew that he was married. You know what I'm saying? Like, he brought me up in conversations and he made me evident in his life to the point where no one could mistake. And I think that that's very important in a relationship because that presents to people, one, it presents to people who you are and who you, just the very essence, you know what I'm saying? And then two, it gives your spouse even more security than they already have in knowing that you are not a phantom spouse. You know what I'm saying? Your spouse is proud to be with you.
That's good.
They admire you. It's the respect I got from being his wife from other people lets me know this man is doing his thing because, like, I know that the man is, you know, praised at the city gates for having a virtuous woman, but I felt praised at the entrance because my man is truly representing me. So, and I know that what I feel all the time could be very complimentary to someone who feels it never. So if you have an insecure spouse, or you have situations arise where, you know, there are trust issues or, you know, different things that happen concerning your relationship, try putting them out there when they're not around. You know, saying those great things that you know about them so that when your spouse comes into situations, your job or your circle of friends, they know great things about your spouse and they can feel comfortable with just the way they represent it, you know? So those are my 2 cents.
That's good,
We're going to flip the camera and let Jonathan talk.
All right. And camera flipped. That was really good. I mean, my wife basically summed a lot of it up. The biggest thing I'll say is, especially for the fellas, because the fact of the matter is, we hear a lot that a good man is hard to find, right? A lot of people say that. So when women see those of us who, you know, it's a little stop. Women see those of us who have, you know, good character, who, you know, are you know, strong men and very manly and all that other kind of stuff that women look for and that they appreciate. You know, it can be, certain things can be misinterpreted. For example, one knock that I've gotten, not from my wife, because what my wife gets, no other woman will ever get. But one critique that I've got from female friends of mine will say, you know, John, you're so flirtatious and this, that, third, blah, blah, blah. That's not the case. I'm just a people person. I just love people. I embrace people, you know, male, female, what have you. I embrace people. I love people, right? So what I learned very early on was that in order to kind of debunk that, and in order to make sure that the women I come across, the men I come across, the people I come across know that when I wear this ring, I don't wear it for show. I don't wear it just to be, you know, just to be fly, just say, yeah, I'm married, but, you know, I'm just, you know, me and my wife, no. This is my wife, this is my lady, this is my rib. You know, so one thing that I would do, for example, is if I'm meeting a new set of people or what have you, or if I'm just in conversation and say a lady says, you know, oh, you know what I love? I love chocolate chip cookies. My wife loves those too, man. You know, she made a batch the other night, man. It was so good. You know, or if somebody says, you know, I need to go shopping, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. You know where my wife shops is at this store or that store, blah, 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 whatever. So, like I said, my wife summed up a lot of it. This is kind of her video. She gave y'all all the meat I think you really needed. I'm just trying to give you a little 2 cents in terms of examples and ways to go about it. But always put your spouse first. Males and females, always put your spouse first. Always put your significant other first, because that way, like she said, you give them the security that they need and you give them the peace. And knowing that you represent them when they're not around. You know, they know that if I'm going to rehearsal and I'm rehearsing from 11 a.m. to, you know, 11 p.m. and I'm busy all day, she can have that peace and security and knowing that, man, my husband really represents me. So when she comes into the circle that I'm a part of, people know, oh, that's John's wife, that's Mrs. Kirkland, you do this, you teach kindergarten, you do this, you do that. So anyway, we ain't gonna hold y'all all night. I ain't gonna keep babbling. Like I said, my wife hit a lot of it. We about to be home in a second anyway. So love y'all. Least you can do challenge. Hope you learned something. Hope you got something from it. Hope y'all receive it. And I'll let my wife give the final word because she's the one who really smashed the video anyway.
Okay, so wait, turn around. You want backwards.
Go ahead, hurry up. We gotta go. It's too long.
Bye-bye. Love you guys, and we'll be back in touch soon.
Peace.